طيب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد فهذا هو الدرس الثالث من الدرس 18 الدرس الثالث أو الجزء الثالث من الدرس 18. جيد. So we need a couple of readers just to finish this off. So if you could have 2 readers, please, that would be good. Jazakumullahu khairan. Just put your hand up so we can choose you. And preferably someone who did not read last time. I see. So if you didn't read last time, then that's preferred, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, to have someone who didn't read rather than the brothers that already read. Okay, so we need 2 readers from those who didn't read. Tafadhal Imran. Abdul Karim, did you read last time? If you didn't, then go ahead, Abdul Karim and Imran. Abdul Karim start with Hamid and Imran with Al-Banat.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. حامد أتريدنا أن تأخذنا شيئا آخر.
طيب, over here, أتريدنا. So this is a su'al, question, because of the Hamzat al-Istifham. And تريدنا, this is from أراد, يريد, أراد, عفوا, terrible, dal spelled wrong. أراد, يريد, and then you want to add a plural damir. So in this case it's mukhatabat, antunna. So you need noon and niswa. When you add noon and niswa, what will happen? This noon and it's not fatha, it's not sakun, it's supposed to be fatha. Okay, so yuriduna. So in order to make that easier to read, what happens is that this dal becomes sakin. It has a sukoon on it. And now you have 2 sukoons together. So this first ya will get removed and they will suffice with the kasra on the ra, and therefore the word becomes yuridna. And then mukhatabat turidna, antunna turidna. And then the same for ta'khudna. Akhadha ya'khudhu, akhadha ya'khudhu, akhadha ya'khudhu. Add the noon niswa here. Ya'khudhu. What will happen is that, let's change the color. This dal will have a sukoon on it. Ya'khudna, because of the joining of noon and niswa. Ittisal noon and niswa. أتردنا أن تأخذنا. So from يريد and أخذ يأخذ. Do you want to take anything else? شيئا مفعول به آخر. How about this word here, آخر? You can tell me about what آخر. Why is it? Why does it have a fatha? And why does it have only one fatha? This is the question. Who has the answer? Why does آخر? Why is it with a fatha and why is there only one fatha? Okay, so آخر, this is نعت of شيئا. شيئا is مفعول به from تأخذنا. آخر is نعت of شيئا. It only has one fatha because it's ممنوع من الصرف. شيئا آخر. Okay. Interestingly, or just to remind, this lesson is about فعل مضارع and its various forms, but also joining two verbs together. تردنا and تأخذنا. How can you join them together? You need this an, which is known as, what is it known as? Anyone tell me? Known as an. Is there a problem with the mics today or is there a confidence issue?
No, okay.
نعم. What's it called? مصدرية. Thank you. أحسنتي. شكرا. أن المصدرية and also أن الناصبة. طيب البنات تفضل يا أخي.
نريد أن نأخذ هذه المجلة وهذا الكتاب وهذه الملبسة.
ملابس. And ملابس, this is جمع of ملبس. ملبس, this means clothes. From libas. Yeah. Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran, وَلِبَاسُ التَّقْوَى ذَلِكَ خَيْرٌ. Okay. The clothing of taqwa is best, is better. Okay. So malbas means something that you clothe yourself with, and malabisu, which is mamnu' min as-sarf because of the pattern, the wazn. This is the jam' of malbasu. So we want to take. So why did you, Imran, read over here al-kitab?
Because it follows the same rule as mujallata.
أحسنت. And why is majallata mansub?
Because it's is it مفعول به?
So what's هذه?
بدل. Oh, sorry. No, the هذه is مفعول به in مجلة is بدل.
أحسنت. So هذه comes first. So this is مفعول به from نأخذ. مجلة is بدل from هذه. This واو is known as واو.
واو العطف.
واو العطف. شكرا. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. So this هذا is معطوف, goes connecting back to هذه. لا بأس زيد أهلا. هذا is معطوف على هذه. So it's also مفعول به معطوف على هذه. نأخذ هذه وهذا. You want to take this and this. And this. So هذه again. So you got 3 things I want to take and 2 معطوفs. وهذا وهذه. الكتابة is badal from هذا. الملابس is badal from هذه. Question: what is the plural of libas? ما هو جمع لباس? Libas, Allahu alam, the plural is albisatun. Albisatun, wallahu alam. I could be mistaken, but we will check it inshallah. So if someone can check it, that would be great. طيب. Most important than thinking about the plural is, do we have an example of that plural being used? Vocabulary in use is more important than just vocabulary, because we have examples of vocabulary that follow rules. The Arabs never use those words. So we should see whether there is any usage of albisa in a Quranic text, in the Sunnah, or in pre-Islamic poetry. These are the 3 places where the pure Arabic is found. And Google translates it malabis, and Google is not one of the 3 sources, and we can't make it the 4th. Alhamdulillah, we're saved. Tayyib, Hamid, please read Ahya Bakri.
يا حامد أرجو ألا تأخذنا هذه الأشياء كلها فإن المستشفى لا يسمع بدخول أشياء كثيرة. أين خديجة وعائشة وأم كلثوم أيردنا أن يذهبن معنا.
Can you say this one again?
أيردنا.
No, this one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Afwan.
لا يسمع.
Underlining, not overlining it. You're right. I should have overlined. نعم.
لا يسمع.
لا
يسمع هو.
That is what I heard, yeah. Hu, the letter is ha. So you say لا يسمح.
Yeah. لا يسمع.
Yeah. And this ha is actually quite heavy on the throat. It's right in the middle. It's not an open airway for the, like ha. Ha is the one you breathe. Ha, taking air in, air out. This one is constricted. Ha, ha. But not so constricted that it becomes ha. Okay, so you have to kind of like work on it and find the balance between ha, which is the open letter, and ha, which is totally closed, scratching the throat, and ha. لا يسمح. لا يسمح.
لا يسمع.
Ahsan. That sounded good, mashallah. And reading that there will help you recite Quran, because that letter is obviously in the Quran, and pronouncing it properly will improve, inshallah, your recitation and the meanings. The meanings of words are changed also in that way. Yesterday we had this competition. Some of you would have seen it. That was a post with 30 different ayat in the Quran, all mentioning various animals' names. And I happened just to come across it. I didn't make that list myself, as someone thought, and I made it very clear that to him that I didn't make the list. I found it somewhere, and I thought it would be beneficial to share and to encourage everyone. We made like a competition out of it. The point was that there were various names of animals, bakaratun, and jamalun, and kiratatun, and khanazir, and dhubaba, and various, so many different animals mentioned in the Quran. Someone listed them out, and there were like 34 in those 30 ayat. But the point was that some people were changing the letters. They were, rather than saying dhi'b, akalahu dhi'b, the wolf ate him, with the dal, he wrote it with the letter zai, like this. Now, I don't think there's an Arabic word that is like this. So it could be less problematic. You know, this is the correct word. And this is not in the Quran. This letter is totally different. But you can't just, you know, and when I contacted the brother, I said, Jazakallah khair for your answers and for your effort, but this is the wrong word. And, you know, in some parts of the world, particularly Asian part of the world, they pronounce the, instead of that, they say za. You know, for all of those letters, for dad, sad, dad, they say za. Ta, dha, they say za also. And also this one, dal, dal, they also say za. So they've got 4 letters, they all pronounce the same, za, za, za. And this is a problem, because in some places, it will actually change the meanings. What's happening here? It will change the meanings. So the brother's reasoning was that he didn't have those letters. He has an Urdu keyboard. He doesn't have an Arabic one, and he couldn't find that letter dal. So I said, this is not an excuse to write another letter. This is, you know, in the Quran, you have to obviously pronounce the words correctly. So all in all, we could go on talking about this for 15, 20 minutes, but all in all, what's important is to identify the correct letter, identify the correct makhraj, how it's pronounced. So when you're reciting the Quran, the letters are being represented correctly. Yeah, and that Surah Al-Sharh always fascinates me. You know, Allah Ta'ala says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Alam nashrah laka sadrak, ورفعنا لك ورفعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك. All those 4 letters, Zai, Dal, Dad, and Dha, they're all there. Yeah, ألم نشرح لك صدرك ورفعنا عنك وزرك, that's Zai, وزرك الذي أنقض عفوا الذي أنقض ظهرك. And then sadly you have some brothers reading this surah, ألم نشرح لك صدرك الذي عفوا ورفعنا عنك وزرك الذي, and then I can't even remember, you know, I can't remember the ayah when I read it wrong, we do it wrong. And then over here, what's this word again? أنقذ ظهرك. They say, الذي أنقذ ظهرك. So, this is the problem. The message, I think the point there is less, we are excused for, in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for not doing things that are beyond our capability. Alhamdulillah. So that's fine. So there's no punishment and there's no blame. But if there's an opportunity to learn and we become neglectful of learning, then that could be where we are blamed. Not blamed for ignorance, but blamed for not taking the opportunity to learn or taking advantage of an opportunity to learn or being neglectful of learning. This is encouraged. This is not specifically to the brother that was reading that word, but this is what triggered the thought in my mind. And yesterday's idea was fresh in my mind about those ayat and various types of spelling were coming out. You know, we can't guess when it comes to the Quran, and pronunciation has to be precise. Amazing surah Al-Sharh, you know, because all these letters like Sad is there as well. Okay. So this is a very interesting line. أرجو أن لا تأخذنا هذه الأشياء كلها. This is a nice one. كلها. This كلها could be said that this is a na'at of أشياء. Okay, but it's actually it's used for the purpose of emphasis, and it's harf tawqid for the purpose of tawqid, or for the purpose of emphasis. Okay, so this word of emphasis, kullaha, it will follow just like na'at follows. Okay, in terms of i'rab, it will follow in terms of i'rab. Okay, so I hope, or arju, basically I hope, but you probably translate it as please. Allah ta'khudna. Now this Allah is an and la together, and this noon goes into the lam, and basically, which is known as idgham bi ghayri gunna. Yeah, Allah, like you can't even hear the noon anymore. Allah ta'khudna. So that an is still there. The verb is still becoming mansoob by the an nasiba. Even though the verb ta'khudna, I may have mentioned it before, I forgot to mention it earlier with the first two examples, is mabniyun. Is mabniyun ala al-fatha. That noon and niswa, when it comes, it solidifies. Basically makes that verb mabni. So arju, that's the verb. An la ta'khudna. He needs an because of ta'khudna, joining two verbs together. هذه الأشياء, هذه is مفعول به. الأشياء is the badal. كلها, this is tawqid of al-ashya'a, of هذه, Allahu alam. Then he said that he gave the reason. Fa. This fa is known as fa as-sababiyya, the fa of reasoning. Fa as-sababiyya. Fa of reasoning. Because inna al-mustashfa is ismu inna. You can't see the fatha because there's alif maqsoor. La yasmahu, does not permit. Bidukhuli, harful jar, kasra, ashya'a, kathiratin. Why is this fatha on ashya'a?
ممنوع من الصرف.
أحسنت. ممنوع من الصرف.
و.
No wa. My wa is to you. And because mamnu min al-sarf doesn't have fatha. Mamnu min al-sarf has one dhamma. Yani mamnu min al-sarf is not the answer.
أيوة. مفعول به.
Anyone else? It's not maf'ulun bihi.
Is it موصوف صفة أو
Fadl Sadiq. No, it's not. I think Sadiq hasn't got the mic. That's why he's raising his hand. Fadl, you got it. It's not موصوف صفة.
مضاف إليه.
أحسنت. صادق وعادل, you both got it right. It's مضاف إليه. دخول is مضاف. أشياء is مضاف إليه وهو مضاف. No, عفوا, it's not مضاف. الدخول is مضاف. أشياء is مضاف إليه. And كثيرة is
not.
Is نعت. أحسنتم. Is نعت. That's nice. But you have to notice, why does dukhul only have one kasra? Has one kasra, even though there's no alif or lam. That's a big sign. So that this is mudaf. Ashya'a is mudafun ilayhi, majroor, wa alamatu jarrihi al-fatha, لأنه ممنوع من الصرف. And كثيرة, this is نعت, and because أشياء is مجرور, كثيرة, it also is مجرور. And he said أين خديجة وعائشة وأم كلثوم أيردن أن يذهبن معنا. And then the answer came. فضل أخي.
لا أدري أين هن أظن أنهن ما رجعنا من المدرسة.
أحسنت. What a beautiful language. I mean, mashallah, look at this. So nice, isn't it? لا أدري أين هن أظن أنهن. This is noon shadda, noon shadda, noon shadda, noon shadda. 4 noon shaddas. Each one has its own place, its own purpose, its own reason. لا أدري أين هن. I don't know where they are. أظن أنهن ما رجعنا من المدرسة. By the way, that the reciters of Quran, they say that this noon al-mushaddada, this is the gardens of, these are gardens where the reciters roam. This is where they find the opportunity to beautify their voices in recitation of the Quran. Worth listening out for next time. Whenever there's a noon mushaddada, you might find a qari finding his voice. طيب. And to conclude,
Yeah, Hamid. Hayya bina ya banatu.
Hayya bina. And this is the first time that's being mentioned. Ya banatu, hayya bina, ya banatu. Come on, let's go. Hayya bina, this is a nice way of speaking. Come on, let's go. طيب. جزاكم الله خيرا. Let's rush through, see what we can pick up of benefit from the exercises that have been laid out over here. It says over here, يسأل المدرس كلا من الطلاب هذا السؤال. The teacher asks each student, ماذا يريد هؤلاء الطلاب؟ ماذا يريد هؤلاء الطلاب؟ The students answer, هؤلاء الطلاب أو هؤلاء يريدون أن, and then they choose one of these many answers. What do you have to remember? What you have to remember is after an, the fi'l will be what?
فعل مضارع.
Okay, and the i'rab
Mansoob.
it's going to be mansoob. It's going to be mansoob. Okay, so let's go for one example. I would say to Abdul Kareem, when you got your microphone on, I'll go for you straight away. ماذا يريد هؤلاء الطلاب؟
هؤلاء يريدون أن يذهبون إلى الملعب.
So Abdul Kareem said يذهبون. Do you all agree with him?
No,
What's the problem?
because that is مؤنث and مذكر. يريدون.
Oh, it's good. You're almost there. He didn't say يذهبن. He said يذهبون. So Zayd's answer is correct. He typed it. He said there's no noon. And also
drop the noon.
Drop the noon because it's mansoob. And the alamatu nasbihi hadfun noon. You got it, Abdul Kareem?
نعم شيخ.
You're missing.
يذهبوا إلى الملعب.
يذهبوا إلى الملعب. I think you missed that lesson, possibly. But yeah, that you were there when we studied the verb after an is mansoob. But if the alamatul rafa is noon, then the alamatul nasb is hadf noon, removing the noon.
Yeah.
جيد؟
نمشي طيب.
عبد الله خليل ماذا يريد هؤلاء الطلاب؟ Okay, brothers, if you're willing, if you're willing to take the question, have a question asked to you, please put your hand up. That way we can save time. تفضل أخي عبد الله. عبد الله خليل.
Sorry. What was it again?
ماذا يريد هؤلاء الطلاب؟
هؤلاء يريدون أن
Choose something from here.
هؤلاء يريدون أن يجلسون في الصف الأول.
بارك الله فيك. Do you agree with him, brothers and sisters?
No,
What's the
No.
problem, Adil?
You didn't drop the
should
noon.
be أن يجلسوا.
أن يجلسوا because it's منصوب وعلامة نصبه is منصوب and the sign of being منصوب is to drop the noon. Is that okay, أخي عبد الله?
نعم جزاك
بارك
الله.
الله فيك. Brothers, like I said, if you're willing to take the question, which I'm hoping everyone is, please raise your hand. That way I can come to you straight away. Imran, تفضل. ماذا يريد هؤلاء الطلاب؟
هؤلاء يريدون أن يرجعوا إلى المحاجع بعد الحصة الثانوية.
الثانية.
ثانية.
الحصة الثانية basically means second lesson. الحصة is the period, meaning the lesson, and الثانية is the second lesson. And what's the meaning of mahaji'? مهجع المهاجع. It's the dorms.
Dormitory.
Dormitory, exactly, yeah, where the students stay. Okay? So the students want to go back to their dorms after lesson 2. Basically, they're tired and they want to sleep. Or they want to study out rather. طيب تفضل يا صادق ماذا يريد هؤلاء الطلاب؟
هؤلاء يريدون أن يفتحوا النوافذ.
أن يفتحوا النوافذ. بارك الله فيك. Want to open the windows. ساقب ماذا يريد هؤلاء الطلاب؟
هؤلاء يريدون أن يقرأوا القرآن.
بارك الله فيك أحسنت. يا زيد ماذا يريد هؤلاء الطلاب؟
أن يزوروا المديرة.
Can you read the sentence as they asked?
هؤلاء يريدون أن يزوروا هؤلاء يريدون أن يزوروا المديرة.
أن يزوروا المدير. أحسنت. And that noon is dropped, and that you go straight from there, the ra to the alif lam, to the يزوروا not يزوروا يزوروا المديرة. بارك الله فيكم. Nobody else put their hands up, so how can I ask them? طيب تفضل يا أخي. نعم تفضل عبد الكريم. ماذا يريد هؤلاء الطلاب؟
هؤلاء يريدون أن يقولوا لك شيئا.
أن يقولوا لك. أن يقولوا لك شيئا. Meaning?
Meaning يقول
Not يقول, يقول.
It's from khala, right? Khala.
From
يقول.
قال يقول, yeah. Other three, me and you have to have some private tajweed lessons to get the makharij correct.
Yeah.
Inshallah. Just a few lessons just to get this qaf, ha, few, maybe might be tricky lessons, inshallah, just to get them clear, okay? Maybe contact me on WhatsApp, let's do some practice.
Yeah, inshallah, Sheikh.
Barakallah feek. That'll be good for me, good for you as well, inshallah. Hafidhakallah. Tayyib. Let's keep going because no more hands up, no more new hands up. We have the keen hands that are still there. Adil raises and drops, I'm not sure what he means. تفضل يا أخي عادل. ماذا يريد هؤلاء الطلاب؟
هؤلاء يريدون أن يسكنون في محاجع الجامعة.
Are you sure?
I'm sorry. هؤلاء يريدون أن يسكنوا في محاجع الجامعة.
طيب بارك الله فيك. عبد الله خليل ماذا يريد هؤلاء الطلاب؟
هؤلاء يريدون أن يغسلوا وجوههم.
ما شاء الله تبارك الله. That's nice. أن يغسلوا وجوههم. Where's the A? It's يغسلوا وجوههم. طيب بارك الله فيكم. Let's keep going. Read please Zaid. هو يذهب
هو يذهب هو يريد أن يذهب. هي تذهب هي تريد أن تذهب. تذهب. أنت تذهب أنت تريد أن تذهب.
Keep going.
أنا أذهب أريد أن أذهب. نحن
أنا أريد. Where are you
أنا
reading?
أريد
Different
أن
book?
أذهب. نحن نذهب نحن نريد أن نذهب.
Keep going Zaid. I want to see your reading skills.
هم يذهبون هم يريدون أن يذهبوا. أنتم تذهبون أنتم تريدون أن تذهبوا. أنت تذهبين أنت تريدين أن تذهبي.
أحسنت. Keep going.
هن يذهبن هن يريدن أن يذهبن. أنتن تذهبن أنتن تريدن أن تذهبن.
بارك الله فيك. جيد. So now we got the message. Here, let's have a look at these sentences. 1 to 10. It says, use the verb ذهب in the mudari' form and add the correct damir. Allah help you. Number 1. I'm going to go from the bottom of the list now. If you can switch your microphones off and also lower your hands, inshallah. I go from the bottom of the list because usually the guys at the bottom don't get a chance to be asked. So, number 1 is for Siddiq. Not Sadiq, Siddiq. Number 2 is for Abu Bakr, but I don't think he's here. Number 3 is for Sultan. Number 4 is for Sulaiman. Hope you guys are agreeing to take this. This is a scene, this is a lazy scene. Not lazy scene, it's a quick scene. One line. Rather than doing this, it's allowed in some forms of handwriting to write the scene like that. Number 5 is with Thaqib. Number 6 is with Sadiq. Number 7 is with Umranu. And number 8 is with Adil. Number 9 is with Akram. And number 10 is Abu Amir or Abu Amr, I'm not sure, or Abu Amir. I'm not sure which one it is. Forgive me if I spelled the name wrong. Oh, where is it?
Abu Amir.
Barakallah feek. Oh, Abu Amr. Hayakallah. طيب. And then we've got Abdul Karim and Abdullah Khalil left. You can go back and do. You can go back and do any of the ones that you like. This is interesting, Imran. I thought the word Imran also was with a kasra, and then I saw it written over here. Someone had the same name, and anyway, we can check it. I can't remember now whether it was Umran, Imran, Amran, Umrah. Allahu A'lam. تفضل يا أخي صديق.
نعم. يريد طلاب أن يذهبوا إلى المتحف غدا.
أحسنت أبو بكر.
أوكي. يا أسامة أتريد أن تذهب إلى مكتب البريد لتأخذ البرقية. برقية.
Yeah, these are interesting that number one spoke about a museum, because these two words over here, they should be in the museum. Maktab al-Baridi is post office, and al-Barqiyata is telegram. تفضل أخي سلطان. Sultan's abandoning us. طيب. Abdullah, you're the substitute. Abdullah Khalil, you can take Sultan, number 3.
Okay. أنا أريد أن أذهب إلى بلدي في عطلة الصيف.
أحسنت. بارك الله. Sultan came back. I'm sorry, Sultan. You have to take the number 11, inshallah, which means choosing any one of them. Sulaiman, number 4, please. Sulaiman hasn't got his mic and he took it off. Halas, Sultan, you're back in. Number 4.
Number 4. يريد أن
عمي, my uncle.
عمي أن لا أدري.
So just think of it, Sultan. Look, ya akhi. So Ammi is one person. Sahih?
نعم.
He's talking about him. So it's huwa. So what's the verb for huwa? فعل مضارع. ذهب is ماضي. What's the plural for huwa?
ذهب.
ذهب, there's huwa, that's فعل ماضي.
نعم.
Now we need فعل مضارع.
يضرب.
Not يضرب, because the فعل الماضي is ذهب. So it's going to be the same, right? But you're correct, it's ya. It can only be أذهب, تذهب,
نعم.
تذهب, or نذهب. Only one of these 4.
نعم.
So for huwa, which one's going to be?
يضرب.
Yeah, but I don't know why you're saying yadribu. Are you looking for a fight?
لا.
Yadribu is to strike or to hit. Maybe in the middle of a training session or something.
Alhamdulillah. No.
But the question says use dhahaba in its mudari' form. Dhahaba. Abdul Kareem, can you help us out?
نعم.
نعم شيخ. يريد أمي أن يذهبوا إلى جدتي ليشتري سيارتي.
سيارة.
سيارتي.
Okay, I'm not surprised Suleiman pulled out when he saw number 4 coming. This is actually quite complicated. There's quite a few things happening here. Number 1, Akhi Abdul Karim, you said, an yadhabu. And what should it be?
يذهب.
يذهب.
Yadhaba because of its mansub. Because of an. Juddata. Juddatu is mamnu' min as-sarf. Because of harf al-jar, it will become juddata. Liyashtariya, that is fi'l, and this is maf'ulun bihi, sayyaratan.
Yeah, Ustad, I think I meant yadhabu or yadhabu, not yadhaba as in what is for mansub, but I don't know. I think the mistake was in my pronunciation of the word.
Yeah. Because it was sounding like yadribu, which is the word I wrote up here, which is why I said, are you looking for a fight? Because
Right. Nah.
You got it, yeah? Don't beat me up now.
Nah, but
It's nice when you're online learning, you can say things and nobody can get you.
Nah.
طيب حياكم الله أخي. Okay, now it has to be mansub because of an الناصبة. ثاقب, number 5 please. الخامس.
أين تريدن أن تذهبن بعد الدرس يا أخوات؟
أحسنت. يا
أخوات.
يا أخوات. أحسنت. صادق.
نحن نريد أن نذهب إلى باكستان في الأسبوع المقبل.
مقبلي. أحسنت. في الأسبوع المقبل. This is نعت منعوت. نحن نريد أن نذهب. أحسنت. We want to go to Pakistan next week. Imranu, or is it Umranu? You got me confused now. And that
Imran is kasra.
Number 7.
أخواتي يريدن أن يذهبن إلى المكتبة هذا المساء.
بارك الله فيك. Why is المساء with a فتحة?
لأن هذا بدل من هذا وهذا هو مفعول به.
مفعول
فيه
مفعول فيه. The time frame. عادل. الثامن.
أمي تريد أن تذهب إلى الصيدلية لتشتري دواء.
أمي تريد أن أذهب. So my mom wants me to go.
لا. أن تذهب.
أن تذهب. أحسنت. أمي تريد أن تذهب إلى صيدلية pharmacy لتشتري دواء. سيدا أخي عبد الكريم ليشتري سيارة تشتري دواء مفعول به منصوب. Get it?
نعم.
التاسع.
أستاذ
تفضل.
متى تريدين أن تذهبي إلى المستشفى لإيادة الحالة يا أم كلثوم؟
أحسنت. أن تذهبي. took the noon away. But this one is wrong. لعيادة ال
خالتي خالة
I'm saying that there's two.
لعيادة الخالة.
Anyone help?
لعيادة
خالتي.
Why?
هذا اسم مفعول به. صح. مضاف إليه.
مضاف إليه. خالتي.
مضاف إليه إلى لعيادة الخالة. أحسنت. يا أم كلثوم. طيب why does this have a فتحة?
يا النداء.
يا نداء.
and
مضاف عند منادى.
بارك الله فيك. منادى مضاف. منادى مضاف. أبو عامر.
يا إخوان أتريدون أن تذهبوا
أحسنت.
إلى حديقة حيوانات اليوم.
You've got quite a few sukoons going on. يا إخوان. What should it be?
الله أعلم.
No.
It should be
إخوان.
إخوان. And this one إلى حديقة الحيوانات.
حيوانات.
تي.
الله أعلم.
Correct. مضاف إليه. أحسنت.
Okay.
يوم. That was very good. Well done. Jazakumullah. This one here, if you could do for homework, inshallah. Let's see if we can get this uploaded on the classroom. For those of you who haven't got access to the classroom, you can email Markaz Athri, hopefully to get, inshallah, access. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. It says, fill in the blanks with the suitable fi'al mudari'. So this one says, using only dhahaba. But here, this one, number 6, says, using the most suitable verb. Fi'al mudari' munasib. And then التمرين السابع is just to read. This is very important. And to continue there. Also, thamin, to read and pay attention to what's being said. Notice how. Arju an tadkhula. This is an and la together. Arju an la tadkhula. Even though there is a lam, he still takes the fatha, which is mansoob. Jayyid. Over here it tells you that kaf is harful jar. هذه القهوة كالماء. This guy's not pleased with his coffee. This coffee is like water. هذه المدرسة كالمسجد. Like a masjid. Kaf is harf al-jar. Tayyib. And have a look at the new word. So practice. This one you can do for homework as well, inshallah. If there's a chance on Google Classroom to write it and send it, that would be great. And then have a look at these new words. And bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, on Yawm al-Ithnaini, we will start ad-dars at-tasi'a ashara, inshallah ta'ala.
Where's the homework again? Sorry? Sorry, what's the homework again?
6 and 9 is writing, and the rest is reading and just noticing. This, you know, when I said these ones are writing and these ones are noticing, I would say write everything because it improves your handwriting. Yeah, write everything. So even number 7, it says ta'ammal, just pay attention to it and notice it, which is this one here. Mudari' marfu' alamat al-raf', mudari' mansoob alamat al-nasb. Yeah, fantastic. Very good. But writing it down will help you remember, inshallah. So I would recommend writing this down. طيب والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاك الله خير Ustad. Inshallah, if you get a chance to start, I'll speak to you later. Inshallah.
نعم أخي مزمل. Let's try and catch up this evening, inshallah. I need to go for the salah now.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll chat soon, inshallah.
That should be fine.
Maybe out for an hour or so.